Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news here on KALH, weather always comes first. From the lower Mississippi Valley into the Ohio Valley, widespread moderate to major river flooding continues through midweek in response to last week's extreme rainfall. Areas of standing inundation will be slow to recede. A fast-moving storm system crossing the northeastern U.S. will bring a few inches of snow and gusty winds, making for hazardous travel conditions. Closer to home, temperatures are going to continue to warm on today and tomorrow. Very dry conditions, plenty of sunshine, no chance for any precipitation through the coming weekend. Winds are going to remain light through the week, becoming breezy to marginally windy by the weekend. Tree pollen remains moderate, while dust and dander remain high. You can expect high impact to sinuses and pulmonary ailments. We'll have another look at the weather following this news.
This roadblock information for Tuesday, 8 April. Roadblocks are subject to change without notice. Highway 70, Highway 54, Highway 380, Las Cruces Gate, El Paso Gate, and Nike Avenue will remain open.
Border Patrol agents working the checkpoint outside of Alamogordo broke up an alleged migrant smuggling scheme last week. About 9:20 a.m. on April 2nd, an adult male U.S. citizen drove up to the checkpoint on Highway 70. A Border Patrol K-9 alerted to the vehicle, which sent it to secondary inspection. There, the man allegedly admitted to smoking marijuana in the vehicle. He also claimed that his passenger, an adult female, was a U.S. citizen, but it was determined that she was actually from Guatemala and in this country illegally. A search of the truck found a .45 caliber pistol, 6 magazines, ammunition, and 9 pre-rolled THC cigarettes. The man is being charged with conspiracy to harbor or smuggle migrants who are attempting to enter the country illegally. The case was accepted by the U.S. Attorney's Office. The woman was sent to El Paso for more processing. Yesterday morning's County Commission meeting was a real yawn fest, as was the evening meeting.
Discuss, hear public comment, and consider approval of ordinance number 13-05 to modify the violations and penalties section of solid waste ordinance number 25-04.
Commissioners, for the solid waste ordinance, section 8 was modified, which is penalties. The language was, we discussed it before, the language has changed so that the code enforcement officers can choose to charge first and second and I think even third offense, and a person's only subject to the penalty. And the reason for doing this is if jail time is at play, then public defender is rated, and so is a jury trial, and that makes the process 6 months.
I make a motion to approve ordinance number 25-04 to modify the violations and penalties section of solid waste ordinance.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And that's about how both of them really went. You can see them in full on the county YouTube channel. Also, there is a regular meeting for Thursday at 9 a.m. Attention Tularosa High School parents. Juniors will be taking the following assessments that are mandatory by the New Mexico Public Education Department. Tomorrow is the SAT, and a week from today is the NMASR. Both exams will be administered at the Tularosa High School. Students should arrive during regular school hours at 8:30 a.m. Enter the assigned exam room. Students that come to school late will not be permitted to enter the testing room. If you have any questions, 575-585-8866. The Progressives of Otero County will have a protest this Saturday at 10th and White Sands starting at 10 a.m.
We're joining a nationwide protest that's sponsored by 5051. That's 50 protests, 50 states, one movement. You need to make your voice heard so politicians will know we're unhappy with the state of the U.S.
Shara Atkinson speaking with KALH. Pecos Cyber Academy High School is accepting applications for the 2025-26 school year. This is a fully online public charter school free to any student in the state of New Mexico. For more information, contact Principal June Bowles at 575-415-8350 or check out the website pecosca.us. Thursday, May 1st is the official National Day of Prayer, and there's a big event planned for the town of Chaparral. We heard from Robert Gable.
We're going to have it for the second time. We're going to have it May 1st of this year, and again, it's going to be here in Chaparral at Dolores Wright Park, and that's located at 400 Lisa Drive and such. And again, this is also going to be the 74th observance of the National Day of Prayer. So we're excited. We're going to do quite a bit planned. We, of course, plan on praying for like 7 different topics, basically church, military, and of course our law enforcement and military, businesses, education, and the all-important arts, entertainment, and media, right? And the government, we're praying for government. We're going to pray for national, local government, and of course the families. The family units are what makes us up.
If you have any questions, call or text 915-526-2907. You can hear our conversation in full on our YouTube channel. Well, today is Tuesday. That means we get an introspection from our good friend, Pastor Johnny Walker.
Hey, this is Pastor Johnny Walker with this week's introspection. Just something to think about, a little sunshine to put in your pockets. Have you ever been asked how you were doing and you smiled and said, "I'm okay"? But behind that smile was a whole lot of pain. See, we must create a culture within our churches that promotes mental health awareness and support. We must be willing to have open and honest conversations about mental health, destigmatizing and providing resources for those who need help. We must be willing to listen, to offer compassion and understanding, and to walk alongside those who are struggling. As we strive to be the hands and the feet of Christ in this world, let us not forget those who are battling mental illness within our own congregations. Let us be a beacon of light and love, offering hope and healing to all those who are in need. Let us be advocates for mental health awareness and support within our churches, breaking down barriers and building bridges of understanding. Together we can create a safe and welcoming space for all who are struggling with mental illness. Together we can be a community that embraces and supports those who are hurting. Together we can be a force for change, shining a light on the darkness of mental health and offering a message of hope and healing to all that are in need. Let us rise to the challenge, my friends. Let us be the change we wish to see in the world. Let us be the hands and the feet of Christ, reaching out to all who are in need, regardless of their struggles and their pain. Let us be a beacon of light and love, shining brightly in the darkness, offering hope and healing to all who are in need. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can bring about a revolution of love and acceptance. Together, we can change the world. Let us not be afraid to speak out, to reach out, to stand up for what is right. Let us be the change we wish to see. God bless y'all. Hope to see you again next week. But for this week, this has been Pastor Johnny Walker on Crazy Radio. If you're in the area, we'll be seeing you again Sunday, 3001 Thunder Road, New Covenant Worship Center. Y'all be blessed and be a blessing. See you next week.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
From basic to advanced computer repairs, it's GalacticGeeksPCRepair.com. Local business owned and operated by Greg Gutierrez, available for on-site work from 9 to 6 daily. Installations, upgrades, even virus repair. For information, email Greg at GalacticGeeksPCRepair.com. Google IT support, professionally certified.
All 4 suspects in the Young Park mass shooting appeared before Judge Manuel Arrieta yesterday morning at the 3rd Judicial District Court in Las Cruces. Tomas Rivas, 20, Gustavo Dominguez, 17, Nathan Rivas, 17, and Josiah Ontiveros, 15, all pled not guilty. Officials say that the suspects will be charged as adults. The 3rd Judicial DA, Fernando Macias, spoke with KTSM.
They arrived all together. They were there, I think, for what the evidence is showing us was for the intent to confront these other individuals. You're working with someone else to advance the crime.
Defense attorney for Gustavo Dominguez, Herman Ortiz, says he's confident his client did not commit first-degree murder on the night of March 21st. He says the shooting was an act of self-defense The cases for all four will be tried together unless the defense attorneys file a motion for separate trials. 26-year-old Ariana V. Hill of Espanola has been arrested in connection with the death of her 15-month-old child who died after being exposed to fentanyl. V. Hill has been charged with child abuse resulting in death and possession of a controlled substance. Officers were dispatched to Presbyterian Hospital in Espanola for an unresponsive toddler. The mother claimed her child was exposed to fentanyl paraphernalia in the form of burnt foil. V. Hill put her child on the floor while she cleaned off the bed. This is when the exposure occurred. V. Hill says she rinsed out the child's mouth, believing the child had put the drug paraphernalia in the mouth, then observed the baby for 10 minutes before the toddler became unresponsive. The child was taken to the hospital and succumbed to the toxins. 20-year-old Amelia Marie Garcia of Albuquerque has been charged with child abuse, resulting in the death of her 2-year-old son, Leon Garcia. That happened on Sunday, April 6th. Yesterday, Albuquerque Police Chief Harold Medina held a press conference regarding the latest details into this investigation.
I don't feel that there is a reason why we can't charge Benny's Law on this. It requires parents to secure their firearm. That is why we passed that legislation, not only for kids going into possibly taking firearms and hurting others, but obviously kids are capable of hurting themselves. But it's one of those things that we see so many times, that these illegal purchased firearms on the street. And if we could charge anything for that, we will, because they should have gone through a background check in order to purchase that firearm.
CYFD Deputy Communications Director Jessica Preston released a statement, quote, "The death of a child is always a tragedy, no matter the circumstances. In this case, CYFD can confirm that the child was a 2-year-old male and was not in foster care. The incident occurred on Sunday, April 6, 2025, and CYFD is collaborating with APD during this investigation. Further details may be released pending completion of the investigation." Close quote. The New Mexico Supreme Court vacated the first-degree felony murder conviction of a Las Cruces man for a shooting death at a house party which occurred in 2021, but he's not off the hook yet. He potentially could face another trial. In a unanimous opinion, the court concluded that aggravated assault cannot serve as the underlying felony to elevate a homicide to the charge of a felony murder, as it happened with Mau Ekon Revels. The court's opinion reads, quote, "The defendant's conviction for felony murder is legally invalid because it is based on the predicate felony of aggravated assault. Therefore, we vacate that conviction as a non-existent crime." Close quote. A jury convicted Revels of killing Nicodemus Gonzalez when he and another man fired multiple times into a group of people during a fight at a house party. Bullets also struck the car of a young woman who was driving away from the area. Double jeopardy protections do not preclude retrying Revels because the reversal of his felony murder conviction as a non-existent crime was a reversal for a trial error and not an acquittal. An inmate at the Chaves County Detention Center passed away on Sunday. Deputies were dispatched to the detention center around 1:30 p.m. to assist personnel as nursing staff had begun CPR on an inmate. The 48-year-old inmate was taken to a local emergency room in serious condition. He later died around 3:56 p.m. Sports and weather are coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, it just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 35 games for New Mexico softball today, nothing locally, and 38 games for New Mexico baseball. That includes New Mexico Military Institute at East Mountain, and Redoso heads to Sandia Prep. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies, mostly clear tonight, sunny tomorrow, high today of 75, low tonight of 50, high tomorrow 83 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies today, winds gusting up to 24 miles per hour, mostly clear tonight, winds gusting up to 22, sunny tomorrow, winds gusting up to 22. Your high today for Cloudcroft, 55, low tonight of 38, high tomorrow 63 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. And that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.